Hi, I'm Paul from Find My Footwear, and today we're going to look at two very popular shoes, or a very popular franchise model from Brooks, and it's the Adrenaline GTS. And we're specifically looking at the differences between the Adrenaline GTS 23 and the 2025 model, the Adrenaline GTS 24. At first sight they look very similar, but there has been a few changes, and we're going to look at those changes and what they mean and how the shoe feels, and if the new model is an improvement and how it's going to feel to you. So first up, let's look at some stats. The GTS 23 weighed in the men's at 10.1 ounces and 9.1 ounces in the women's version. The GTS 24 is a fraction lighter, and that's due to the change in the midsole material, so it's approximately 10 ounces and 9 ounces for the men's and women's respectively, so just a fraction lighter. It does feel a little bit lighter in the hand. On your feet you don't really notice much difference, to be perfectly honest. And while we're speaking about how the shoe feels on the feet, the fit exactly the same. And one of the bonuses with the Adrenaline, and a lot of Brooks shoes for that matter, is the availability, the wide range of sizes, for starts from ladies and the men's. In fact, just the other day I sold a pair of size 15 4E, so quite a big shoe for men. But the Adrenaline does come in various widths in the men's and ladies, and lots of colour options, including a plain black model, which is always a very popular choice because it suits a lot of people who want a comfortable, supportive shoe for wearing for work, and I sell a lot of those in my store as well. So a lot of size options, a lot of width options. The fit is true to size, and it's not particular in the regular width. The fit is very good, very snug and secure. There is a little bit of wiggle room in the toe box. So, but if your foot is very slim or very narrow, the Adrenaline 24 can accommodate that. So lots to go at in terms of shoe and foot shape and size variations. Price on the 23 was £130 UK, $140 US, and on the Adrenaline 24, same price, no increase. The main difference, first of all, stack height. Stack height is up 1mm from the 23 to the 24. In the Adrenaline GTS 23, we had 35mm in the heel, 23mm in the forefoot, and a 12mm drop. And in the 24, we go up 1mm in both the heel and forefoot. So we've got 36mm of cushioning in the heel, 24 in the forefoot. Adrenaline is a support category shoe. It's a control type of footwear. I tend to describe it as a mild support type shoe, or an all-round stability shoe, and that comes from the way in which Brooks do support or control, and they call it the GTS. All the Brooks shoes that feature support are called GTS, and that's go-to support, and it's this stripy section on both the medial, the inside under the arch, and the lateral side. And you can see it's essentially an extension of the cushioning that cups up a side, at the side of the heels, so the foot sits inside that cup like an egg in an egg cup, and that provides general stability. So if your foot supinates a little bit or overpronates inwards, it hits the walls, the guide rails as Brooks call them, and they act in the same manner as the ball guards at the bowling alley that you put up for the kids. If the ball's rolling out of the alley, it hits the guard, it keeps it in play. It does the same thing. It keeps the foot central and neutral within the shoe, and it's very effective for a lot of people. So neutral runners can get away with the GTS. People with pronation and mild instability issues, it suits them very well. And that was the same in the GTS 23 as it is to the GTS 24. The go-to support, the GTS, the guide rails are unchanged. Okay, what has changed is the midsole cushioning material, and we've got the DNA Loft V3 nitrogen infused foam Nitrogen, as opposed to air, being injected into the midsole during the moulding process, and it creates a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, a little bit more flexible, and a little bit springier shoe. Nitrogen foam's used in a lot of competition shoes from a lot of different brands. Along with PIBA, it's the super foam type materials, but it's also very durable, and I think that's one of the best features, particularly in the Adrenaline 24. Nitrogen foam, as well as offering a very smooth and capable and balanced ride, it adds a little bit of pop, a little bit of extra spring. It's not a racing shoe type pop, but it does feel a little bit more energized than the previous model, than the 23. So nitrogen infused foam, light, a little bit more poppy, a bit more engaging, able to pick up the pace a little bit easier, I would say. Very stable, but very durable as well. In terms of the upper engineered mesh, it's a Brooks shoe. It fits very well. It's very well made. It's cosmetic, if anything, and there's lots of breathable features on the medial side here. Can't really see, but it's very breathable, more open mesh, nice roomy toe box, and breathable mesh in the forefoot area as well. Fits snug and well around the midfoot, lots of padding on the tongue, nice and comfortable, padding around the ankle collar and into the Achilles. Very nice, snug, secure fit, as always, from a Brooks shoe. So compared to the Adrenaline 23, the Adrenaline 24 for the same money is a much better option, and I think one of the best value for money supportive type daily trainers on the market this year. Do you like the 24? Do you prefer it over the 23? Do let us know. Any questions, again, as always, please put them in the comments below and I will always endeavour to answer them. If there's any shoes that you would like reviewing in the future, please, again, put them in the comments. Hope you enjoy the video. Give it a like, give it a share, and please subscribe to the channel. It would help immensely. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.